Hello, beautiful people.
Hi.
Okay. We fully just had a discussion about who's going to be doing the intro. Hi. That's great. That's great. We're really excited to be here. We are super excited to be here, though. We haven't been back in a while. Did I say welcome back to Who Let Us Adult?
There we are.
There we are.
This is our Christmas tree edition because it's too cold for the porch.
Yes, and it's been too cold for the porch, and it's kind of been sad. It definitely throws the routine a bit off.
Yes.
But that's okay. We adjust. Don't mind the puppies, please. They felt the need to be included, so they're included. So today we are just going to be doing our regular gratitudes. We do have plans to make another podcast.
Yeah, plans.
Plans, yes. Not sure exactly what that entails. I think there may be a couple things we have to go back over with my episode.
And if you haven't gone and listened to that, which a lot of you have not, you definitely should. It's a hard listen, but this is why we're here, people. And you should listen and share with someone that you think needs to hear that and to tell people that you're a safe place for them.
Yeah. I think that there's a lot more people out there being hurt than we realize. So I think that that's super important. More than I ever want to think about. My heart's heavy enough in that matter. But okay, never mind that. Gratitudes. First and foremost, I am so thankful that we're actually sitting down to do this because we've been talking about getting back into filming for a little bit and we just quite haven't. Actually, we did film one porch session some time ago. We were a little intoxicated.
Watching it back, it wasn't so good.
It wasn't our best production. That's for sure. That's for sure. Wine and taping doesn't always mix.
Sometimes it gets good results.
I said doesn't always.
Sometimes it doesn't.
You live and you learn. I think I just still wasn't in a place where I really wanted to be sharing and talking. No offense to y'all, but it can be very overwhelming. And sometimes the last thing I want to do in my free time is talk more about my therapy stuff. Yeah. But I'm thankful that we're here. We're doing this for a purpose. I love that purpose. I don't want to give up on that. So, gotta power through.
There you go. I admire the resilience.
Thanks.
So I am thankful this morning, just that you wanted to do this. I've been a little bit chomping at the bit and leaving it alone.
Sorry.
And it's okay. But I think it's just because I get so much more feedback and I know how it's affecting people. Even just our gratitudes and our affirmations, it's kind of like started a thing. And so I think that's probably why I feel a little different. Plus, I don't know, maybe being almost 52 makes you not so concerned about sharing things. I don't know.
Maybe. It's not necessarily like a concern about sharing things. But I mean, I do share so much about my life and I have shared so much about my life for so long that, I mean, it's hard to not want to keep certain things private, But B, I mean, you get so tired of talking about it. Not to mention, I mean, you really have to find a fine line of not talking about it too much because it can really bring your energy, your mood, everything like that down. So.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do. And I also agree, like, at some point you'll share all the things that God leads you to share. How's that?
I agree.
Because all of it is ultimately supposed to be in His hands so that you reach and help the people that it's intended to reach and help, right?
Absolutely.
And so that is your journey and your path with Him to know what to share and what not to share. So that was my first gratitude.
that kind of leads me to my second gratitude. I am so thankful that the place that we're doing the Theta Chamber at is running this like really cool special on not just the Theta Chamber, but on a lot of the services that they offer, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
If they do this again, I would definitely like to try other services, but
Yeah.
one thing at a time.
Yeah.
And it's this like unlimited package. I really don't know prices or anything like that, but it's giving us the opportunity to go, not just do it once a week, we can go to maybe 3 times a week depending on how much time we have, and really maybe speed this thing up. And I don't think y'all realize how excited and thankful I am to say that, the speeding up part.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be fully healed of whatever root is inside of me. So
it's been interesting to find out that a lot of roots, especially in my life, are not connected to things that maybe I would have thought they were connected to.
yeah,
It's like you make these assumptions in your head, like, oh, I'm acting in this way because of X, Y, and Z. And so I think that that's been eye-opening for me, and I'm also excited about being able to go multiple times. And so we'll post that in comments or however
She'll
that
post that.
works, in case any of you that live in this area are interested in possibly getting in on that, because it is life-changing. I'm just gonna say it's been 3 months, maybe two and a half months
going on
since
3.
we started it, and it's my next thankful is we were just talking about that we cannot explain the changes that have happened. Elise has had some really big things, but honestly, I don't think that I knew that there were so many changes that I needed or that were going to happen for me to do this. I kind of was like doing it in support for Elise.
Yeah.
And they had thought that a mom being fully healed might trickle down to her children, which
It has.
it's been very interesting to see
and not
that.
just me, but like to see my other siblings slowly change, not necessarily in drastic ways, but like hearing my mom talk about specific things and then hearing my siblings talk about things that like they're struggling with, whatever. I mean, it's beyond fascinating, the connection that your mother holds with or that your mother holds physiologically.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's real interesting.
It is.
So that maybe we keep saying we're going to do a deep dive into Theta Chamber. It's like a tease, a carrot for y'all.
I know, I'm sorry. It's hard to go into a deep dive because it's hard to explain it if you haven't experienced it.
Yes.
Because a lot of your changes that, I see because I'm with you all the time, no one else would really notice because they're so small that they almost seem insignificant, but they carry over into just about everything in your day-to-day. And she even walks differently now. Like, I keep saying that to people and it sounds kind of silly, but like her posture is different, the way she carries herself is different. It's honestly really amazing to see, because I wouldn't have ever thought that you were a woman who shied away from like her femininity in any kind of way. But I definitely feel like you've stepped further into it, and it's a little
Definitely.
It's a little funny in some aspects.
You can use the word you used the other day.
What
Like
did I
you were
use?
telling someone, you're like, my
She
mom
sachets. Yeah, she sachets now, and she does. It's not just like a sway to her hip. It's like a whole body movement thing.
You make it sound like I'm going around like, wow.
That is literally what you're doing.
Oh my God.
I saw you getting down in that closet yesterday while you were cleaning.
my
Don't even.
gosh. I was folding laundry and
She got caught
listening to a
twice.
song. I did it. At least you didn't film yours.
I didn't. No, I
Denise
just watched.
walked in on me and caught me dancing, and then BJ filmed it and shared it with the family.
Yeah,
You're
that was
welcome.
great. Busting a move.
What is impressive though, in most anyone who knows me will know that this is shocking. I was on beat.
That's debatable.
Even BJ said, he went back and watched. He was like, babe, you're on beat.
Wow. Look at that. You're more in tune in your body, so you know how to... Can you not get mad at me when I rest my hand in my own lap?
Oh my gosh.
He's so dramatic. Anyway.
But that's interesting because a lot of my visions in the theta chamber are me dancing around. And I think, I don't know, it definitely has something to do with a root of confidence is what it has to do with, some kind of a root. And I don't know, that's the other thing. People were saying they were worried about going into the theta chamber and something coming up that they didn't want to know about, like something from their past maybe will surface that they don't want to know about. And I haven't felt any of that. Like, I've dealt with some things, but the root hasn't always been disclosed to me, if that makes sense.
So I know what you mean. However, I do feel slightly plagued by that. I was slightly worried that I would have some kind of vision that would, you know, make me freak out or something like that.
Yeah.
And while I've always been sort of plagued by those thoughts, that has never happened. So I'd say for anyone who's worried about that, that's more than likely probably not going to be the case. That's not exactly how the theta chamber works. Like, it doesn't just take you through a timeline of your life back in your brain. Or, I mean, who knows? Maybe it would for some people. Everyone experiences the theta chamber differently. Even just like with the lights, we were talking about it. My mom, she sees through the lights to, you know, look past and see. So basically, she looks past and she has visions. And I've almost kind of gotten some visions, and I've gotten the feelings of like that, like, you know, when you have a dream and you wake up and you can't remember it, stuff like that. But I've never blatantly like had visions like she describes. But I don't necessarily see the lights or concentrate on the lights. I sort of like feel my eyes roll to the back of my head, and then I feel like I'm deeper inside my mind. So it's entirely your perception, basically. Like, I know it almost kind of feels and sounds made up.
It is so weird.
But I think it's just...
I'm gonna pause it. And we're back. So, like, related to that gratitude about my confidence in different things and how it's translating in different things, we were discussing that I would have never considered myself or thought of myself as somebody plagued by anxiety or worry, but now that I'm free of it, now I know how much it was affecting my life. And socially, mentally, like not sitting and being worried about things that are out of my control. It's like the verse, I knew here the verse of, you know, don't worry. There's so many verses. Don't fear. There's so many verses where it talks about that all the time. And so, you know, in my mind, I know those verses to be true. And I want to not worry, and I want to not let these things faze me. But it was like I just couldn't stop myself. And now I'm so free from it, and like Elise said, she sees me day in, day out. She knows the things that I talk about or worry about, and they're just gone. It's really remarkable.
It is.
And and so I've also had another unique thing that I will not TMI with all of you, although Elise has been subjected to some TMI.
All
recently.
the TMI, I would say.
So on the theta chamber, you get to choose 3 things that you want to address. And one of mine, and I'm just going to be open and honest, because people I feel like who have been through this, maybe they're more affected than they know too. And so our purpose is to help, so I'm going to help. One of the things that I've been wondering about when I saw it as an option on the theta chamber was sexual dysfunction. And I kind of dabbled in thinking about pressing that button and talked to Heather and talked to the lady in charge, and she even talked to the inventor of the machine for me. And he said, based off of some of the things that I was saying, that yes, he thought that should be an option for me. So, my last, 4 sessions, maybe, is that when I changed it?
I'd say 4 or 5.
Yeah. I put that down instead of the anxiety because I feel free from that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say, that was a good change for me.
There's a reason BJ is so willingly shelling out money for this. And for us to go an unlimited amount of times. So there is a reason. That's all I'm going to say.
Anyway, it is true that he is more than happy to pay for my continued therapy.
I bet he is.
But it all is this, there's a root, obviously, of confidence or feeling like I'm not enough. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it derived from your biological father's multiple affairs. Like, just discount that whole anyway.
Basically discount the fact that he liked kids. She had ample reason to already divorce him.
There you go. I like that you said that out loud, though, because that was part of what was said.
Oh, for sure. That, it was said that my mother was crazy and implanting these lies inside of our brain. That way she had a reason to divorce my biological father. As if he hadn't literally posted an ad for multiple sexual companions at once.
That's a good way to say that.
To all gather together. And I mean, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. Like, it was affair after affair. She did not need any other reason to get out of this relationship with that man, mind you. But anyway.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
for
so
that
welcome.
Little plug.
Absolutely.
Anyway, apparently that does something to your self-confidence.
Maybe just a touch.
And I think I didn't know that there was such a deep root of that inside of me. Mm-hmm. And so I just want to encourage you, if you have faced that and you might not realize how much it's affecting you, is what I'm going to say.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't realize the kind of chaos you're living in until you can walk in peace.
Yes, that's a good way to say that. And like a good illustration would be like having a pair of sunglasses on that makes your world blue or whatever. And so you think that's your norm.
Yeah. That's just
until you start hearing other people talk about something and you're like, wait, how come I'm not experiencing that? Or how come I don't feel that way? And so I think I had started questioning, maybe this isn't normal. Mm-hmm. And so then when you take the sunglasses off and you're like, what?
No, it's so eye-opening. And I mean, I wouldn't say, well, I mean, I won't compare our progress. Our progress has just been different.
Yeah.
But even the changes that I've noticed in me, the smaller things that, I hadn't really thought about, but recently, and going to the theta chamber, I have been experiencing a lot more anger inside. And it can come out in short interactions, definitely with my family, but it mainly comes out whenever I'm driving. My road rage was off the charts, and I had gotten it under control for a while. I had totally been free of it. And then when we started going back to the theta chamber, I mean, whew, it went tenfold. Stupid pedestrians just piss me off.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, that's so not the point though. The point is yesterday it just kind of like clicked in my brain. I was watching someone else behave ways that I've maybe behaved to myself, and it was disgusting to watch, quite frankly. And so then I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't ever want to be that person. I don't know why I'm becoming that person. I don't know. I feel like it just offers you some really good checks in your life.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a whole lot of trauma or anything like that, I would say that everyone should look into some kind of healing, because I mean, you don't know what to heal from if you never look.
Well, and I think that this goes back to something that my counselor back in my 20s told me that really has stuck with me, and maybe I have forgotten, but she talked about if Satan can implant a lie into your life when you're young,
this. I can't with me.
That he can affect the rest of your life and the rest of your decisions and the way you operate from that one lie. And it can be small. It can have been interjected inside of you from a teacher saying something about you, or anything that he can get you to believe. This lie about yourself can build foundation on how you respond, and how that keeps you from living fully that Christ intended for you.
Yeah.
And so one of the things in my theta experience has been this idea of back to origin, and like back to who I was intended to always be, before I started believing lies, before I started being affected by whatever things around me, back to who I was supposed to be.
Without the societal norms and
That too.
conjecture and all of that.
So, like we're saying, it doesn't have to be these big things, and people could be walking around with sunglasses that are pink that they don't know are tinging their entire world.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But don't discount your progress either.
No,
Like,
I know.
I mean, we have talked about how many people have commented how different you seem when they have interactions with you.
I know.
You are judging yourself way too harshly. You are.
I know. I do struggle with that. That not good enough thing, man. It's a bitch. Oh, wait. I don't think you're supposed to curse on these. Did I? I think I already said a curse word earlier.
No, that's your first one, I think.
Aw, shucks. No, I said.
Okay.
Anyway. Whatever. Move on, Elise. Let it go. What else am I thankful for? I am... you know what? I am so thankful to be so excited for my birthday this year.
Oh.
I've never really been a big birthday person. And so I'm super excited for that. And I cannot believe I'm going to be 22. Like, that's so crazy. I'm 2 years into my adulthood, y'all. I'm a toddler.
That's funny. I'm excited too for your birthday, because I know that sometimes your birthday's been weird for you. So for you to be excited and have a good time with some friends. Are you leaving your best friend out of your birthday?
I'm saying it's flabbergasting that you think that I don't love you.
Your gabber's blasted.
Yes. You know, I never posted a TikTok video after that again. That was supposed to be like my start of like slowly getting back into social media and getting more comfortable with that. Nope, never did anything ever again.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I'm thankful, even though it's weird to say that it's December or whatever date, 14th, nope, it's like 16 or 17, I don't know. But we finally have fall colors.
Yes, it took a while for the trees on our street to change. It's a little odd. I mean, we've been watching trees around town change. but the trees specifically like in our yard and across the street. I love that color, like orangish right up there. It's so pretty. So sorry y'all can't see our view. We did have it originally set up to where y'all would have gotten to enjoy our view, but the light coming in from behind us, it's just too bright. Sorry.
So you get our tree instead.
You do. I didn't even decorate it this year.
I am so thankful that, I don't know if you watched the story that I posted yesterday. It's that brain guy that I love so much, the older man. Anyway, he was talking about finding things throughout your day. When you go to sleep at night, finding the things that were good in your day. And he said that he has butterflies and hummingbirds at his house, and that even sometimes that is what he thinks of, like, this was what was good in my day, that I saw them.
Yeah.
And to have, I don't know why, but it made me so happy to have it affirmed that just being excited about colors of trees or our birds and butterflies and things are, like, it's not silly.
It's not silly. It's the basis of life. I mean, God created these beautiful things for us to enjoy and find joy in. I don't understand why it's silly or stupid to find beauty in all.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway, I don't know. It just made me feel so happy on the inside. Like, oh my gosh, this brain doctor finds joy in butterflies and hummingbirds too.
I had a ladybug in my room yesterday.
Oh,
That was fun.
that is fun.
It sounded like he's dying. Did you hear that?
Whatever.
I really don't know how many I have at this point.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I do know that I'm thankful that I'm starting to come out of one of these funks that I've kind of been in. So that feels really good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Those are always the worst. Especially whenever you can't pinpoint exactly one of the things. It's kind of just like everything becomes overwhelming. I mean, it's hard to cope with that because, I mean, what do you do when everything stresses you out?
Yeah.
So
I think that, I have this one and maybe you can piggyback on it. But yesterday, your conversation with Heather about what to do with your anger, I feel like that I'm thankful for that conversation. Because she's had this release of anger that she's been carrying around in her body. So I think physically, in some ways, it's kind of wore you out, like that whole process of it. I look forward to, the recovery of it and your body feeling better. Almost like surgery when something's extracted, it takes a bit to recover from that. I think you should view it like that. And that just hit me.
No, because I mean, this anger has been such a large part of my life. I would almost say partially like the foundation of who I am, the way that I react and respond to people. Because naturally, even jokingly, I tend to be more closed off, more short, just kind of like, don't get too close, those kinds of vibes. So I feel like this is not to sound dramatic, but shaking me to my core. So.
No, it's valid. But one of the things that you've been struggling with is like, what do I do with this anger? I don't want to stay in this cycle, right? And you've thrown rocks and you've done some physical things. I love that you and Heather are finding a way to kind of wrap it up and find a way that is healthy to express your anger towards the person
that I'm angry
that
with
actually deserves the anger.
Yes.
How's that?
That's a great way to
but
put it.
In a healthy manner, like where you're not causing destruction in your path, even though I know you kind of want to, but you don't want the collateral damage of what that would look like. So that's good that you are aware of that.
Yes.
I'm excited to see what it actually plays out and what it looks like for you, because I think it's going to be huge. Once it happens, it's going to be like a complete release. And And I think that it's going to be pivotal in your journey, truly.
Wow. It almost sounds like something you're excited for, or like that I should be excited for. And I mean, I am excited for this release. I don't know, you make it sound... You don't make it sound like I'm just like releasing trauma. You make it sound more exciting than that, I guess.
I think it's because I think it's because I'm, again, like we talked about, I'm seeing past the lights, and I'm seeing the vision of what that looks like for you after it's done.
Yeah, I know. I'm super excited because I feel like I'm like nearing the end. Like I genuinely feel like I can see the end in sight, which feels so crazy to say, but I'm excited for the after part. I'm excited to know what that looks like, and I'm excited to be that person. Not that I'm not excited to be who I am now, because I mean, looking back, I would cry and pray and just like want to be rid of some of the things that I've already been rid of.
Yes.
So I feel like I do need to remember not to rush to be that next version of myself and still be grateful to be this version.
Yeah.
But I am still super, super excited to see what that looks like too. Because I mean, think about like this has always been looming in our lives, over our heads, even whenever I was at the point of like, I don't want to discuss it, I don't want to talk about this, I want this out of my life. It's never truly out of your life. I mean, there's always kind of like snide jokes or something because it doesn't actually go away.
Right.
So I think that's going to be super interesting.
Yeah.
And pivotal for our family, and not just the family that we care about that lives in this house, but
there you go. I like how you tiptoe around these things.
Thanks. I like to think that I'm a bit of a wordsmith. Well, that might be an exaggeration, but
it's not an exaggeration.
You don't think? I think I'm pretty good at talking around things, making innuendos.
Yeah.
I get that from you though, so I'm thankful that I have such an intelligent mother, because I share some of her things, and we found out that grandchildren get the mother's intelligence, or like
grandmother.
Yeah, like, I said grandmother.
You said mother and intelligence.
Well, my mother. So their grandmother,
yes,
my mother.
Yes. Yeah, it's so interesting. There's a scientific study that discussed that the intelligence of the grandma gets passed down because of something with the X chromosome, and that is why Theo at age 2 is making T's and O's in his name, and is probably about to bust out his full name.
Smart. You know, I'm thankful I get to see him today. It's been a while since I've seen him.
I know, we get to keep the grandbaby.
Oh,
okay.
We should probably wrap it up. I didn't even realize what time it was.
Yeah.
Just sitting here yapping.
Well, I will leave this. Next week, tune in, because Alex is going to be here.
Come over here.
Wow. And Alex has agreed. Hang on.
Yeah, I don't know.
We could not end on that note. My
Absolutely not.
The puppies had a very urgent need to go outside. Anyway, I'm so thankful Alec will be home today, and he has... Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
See, all kinds of fun things today. And Alec has agreed to be on this podcast with us.
That's exciting.
I'm telling you guys, if you don't know him, you're going to love watching him.
He's so funny.
Oh gosh. Anyway, it will be fun to have him on here. And he'll be home for a little bit, so maybe he'll join us more than once.
Ooh, maybe.
I think he'll boost our ratings, actually.
I think he probably will.
More people will want to watch Alec.
I know, and then what are they going to do whenever he goes away?
I don't know. Beg for him to
Stuck
come back.
with us.
With the FaceTime.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was so good to be back. Don't forget to do your gratitudes. There's always something to be grateful for.
Yes, and like this video, please. so that more people can see it. And we will put in the comments somehow that special from the Theta Chamber plays that we're going to, in case some of you have been thinking about doing it. It really is a great deal.
It is. Alrighty.
All right.
Toodles. Bye.
Oh.